Good morning, guys. What's going on? John Fain. Ain't seen you in the war room. Let me know if you have trouble getting the link. The link is now over at the student office Discord where we put you. What's up, Morgan? Good morning, guys. Come in, pull up a chair. Get your coffee ready. We'll start here in about less than a minute. Questions, stickers, throw them in the comment box. What's up, Owen? What's up, Annika? What's up, Mom? Hope everybody had a good weekend. You watched my video, Annika? Okay, good. Thanks that you enjoy those. All right, guys. Good morning. Happy Monday, August 10th. Let's get into it. Question stickers, throw them down in our comment box. And let's see what we got from here. So the oscillator is the NIMO's at 10. The NAMO's at 27. And VIX is, holy cow, guys. Look at this. Look at VIX. 14. We haven't seen 14 since beginning of the year. Crazy. That means a lot of optimism and buying in the market. No fear in the market, so apparently we're only going to go up. The latest, let me look at this. The latest news, I didn't see anything come out, but the rumor is that Trump's fatigued with this war. He might just give up the straight and just call it a day. Where's my financial juice at? I like using Financial Juice's news compiler. Jeez, right there in front of me. The Bank of Japan. There you go. The Bank of Japan September rate hike signal led the U.S. to intervention. That came out at 8:07. So when it's red news like this is all the news that it compiles. And when it comes out red, it's like really important. So anyway, let's get into it. Let's see what we're going to do intraday. So let me move you back here at Instagram. There you go. ES is in torsion right now, meaning you can trade either side of this, right? Or to stay out, right? It identifies the wider channel it's in. It's identifying this wide channel or wider channel. And that channel right now is only 40 points wide. Trades occur right in the middle of channels. You got to ask yourself if you're hunting 10, is 40 wide enough? It barely is. But anyway, buys above the VWAP, but that puts us into the red zone, which is a no-go. Sells in the red zone down. So, yeah. ES is going to be tough to trade. RTY, again, in torsion with a 1 hour and 30-minute conflict that identifies this wider channel. Do you see it? So that channel is, that's tighter. That's only 17 points. Right now, because of the increasing sell side momentum, I'm going to favor the sells here. So we're going to look for buys above that level. We're going to look for sells at or near that VWAP. We can play that as short bias because the white line is the bias line. So we'll see what happens there. Got to be careful though. Buying could come back in the market. We've seen a lot of, did you watch my weekend update? A lot of stuff reversed. And a lot of people were like, hey, you were wrong about the market. No. You identify, I identified multiple levels of support and resistance that were accurate. the lower ones weren't hit where I expected them to go. What is that? 2,300 or 20, what was it? 20 something hundred here in RTY, 7,000 in ES, and 26,000 in NQ. It ran just before that, but the other levels were accurate. I think we're range bound, trapped in a greater range between those. Plenty of trading in that wide of a range, but I still think we see those levels, guys. See another false flag attack in the United States. It'll happen. And then the markets will take a dump. Oh, there won't be any false flag attacks in the United States. No, those never happen here. Never happen anywhere. Just put your head back in the sand if you think that those don't happen. So we're looking for shorts in RTY right now. I don't know. It's in torsion. We'll see how opening bell volume comes. Guys, my links are back in my bio. So I'm unsuspended, but it looks like they did that blanket unsuspension to a lot of creators because the algo had jacked everybody around. So links are in the bio. 7-day free trial. Come trade with me. We had a good week last week after starting off slow. Same thing. Torsion. Buys into the red box are difficult. We can consider sells off that VWAP and down. So unfortunately, we trade both sides of that trade with the VWAP right there. One thing you want to check, guys, when you're running that close to the white line or bias is check the hourly, see how close it is to it flips. This is the VWAP here where support was from. That was from Friday's NFP non-farm payrolls data. And yes, that is still valid. You can see where it bounced right off of that as support. So range bound right now, guys. We'll see. YM, guess what? Torsion. Sucks, guys. Running sideways. And it is box trap torsion. Sucks. Gold, same thing. I'm actually in a swing trade in gold. I'm just trapped in this box. All right. So I've got a wide stop and a 44.50 TP here. It's just box trapped. It's been box trapped since, so if you just compress the trading days, since the beginning of the last trading day, look at this. Once it entered the box over here at New York Open, it has stayed in there outside of this little visit, other than this little visit outside here and here. So gold sucks right now. It's in torsion. Guys, all these trades suck. The conditions suck, right? I tell my traders all this all the time. We can only trade the conditions the market gives us, and if the it wasn't the hang on a second. It's not us. It's market conditions. Right? I think we had a day last week and when we sat there for, it was early in the week. We sat there for like 55 minutes before we called our first trade. That happens, but there's a lot to be said about the discipline of waiting, the discipline of not taking trades or sitting out when conditions aren't aligned. Guys, sometimes you're sitting in there and you're staring at a minute chart. You just don't take a trade in the grand scheme of things. If you take 3 or 4 good trades in a week, it's a really good week. So no problem. This is like if you fish for a long time, you don't catch anything, and you catch that big old fish. Yeah, it's well worth the trip, right? And then oil, just price monitoring it. It's up, hit 80, ran back down. Long bias, so the Strait of Hormuz stuff. I think it rises if we give up the Strait of Hormuz and let them control it. I think that's going to be bad. But what do I know? I'm just a technical analyst. I'm not a fundamental guy. But guys, I exist here to help you. Have for 4 years, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can give me your tickers. I'll take a look at them. Micron entry point for new entry. Well, remember, off my weekend update, DRAM owns some of it. So you're at an entry point now in DRAM, 48 to 50. It's at 49 pre-market. I wouldn't buy all your shares. And it's just an ETF, guys, that owns a lot of these things. And it's managed, which is good. But specifically the ticker Micron, you can see that's the buy zone that I had for that gap. It tapped right into it. All-time high is your limitation. The all-time high anchored VWAP. So you have 2 opportunities here. You wait for it to close 2 days above, or 2 candles, depending on the trading fractal you're on, above 956 for your signal, or your discount zone right now is 760 to 820. 760 to 820. There you go. Sound. Is sound doing anything? Ooh, look at it bounce. So this is one about a month ago, 5 weeks ago. If you're watching Weekend Update, I called this a buy on it was a fundamental buy with a technical setup. It's not a technical buy, right? And this was the trade plan. Got heavy into drawdown. It looks like it's shot up. So if you want to be protective of your stop loss, you can get close to this gap or hold. But I think the all-time high anchored VWAP is your target around $12. Yeah, I would trail this one a little quicker. User. But this one, when I called it, it's taken about a month to start to play out in the money. This is one I called a buy. Let's see here. I'll get to you in a second. Instagram, get your tickers in there. AMPG, stock for a short-term play. Short term. Well, if you want to do short term, then I would run a fib on this. You need to do multiple things with this run up here. So you can see the change of trend. The explosive volume started here, but let's catch that movement right before it. And we want to do the volume weighted average price before the run up. And then we want to run a fib when you have explosive movement. There you go. It's got a lot of resistance right there. You see that? Look how half the move and that volume weighted average price of this run is at the same level. So it's just above it. So that price is, we'll call it an even $6. You could buy that on a short-term trade, get your stop loss commensurate with your risk, 25 cents, 50 cents, and see if you can run it up. You have market structure resistance about 770 on a short-term trade, and then try to move it up. But closing above this level today, because I'm on a daily chart, but closing above that level today would be a decent signal. If you have more questions, that's what my free Discord's for. Go to links in my bio. And I can help you with it. Let's see. What do you guys have over Instagram, YouTube? If you have more, just throw it in there. I'll try to get back over to you. Thoughts on MVRL? You know, it's funny because some days you guys have tons of tickers. Other days, nothing. 1x leverage. Mortgage. You know, I've heard of this ticker, but I haven't charted it. Okay, so you see how this keeps dropping? These leverage ETFs decay, and it will continue to do that. So I wouldn't own this thing long term. This would be just like a very, very short swing. Honestly, I don't like it. If you own it and need help with the position, let me know, but I'm not a big fan. Let's see what other tickers you guys have. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Now, let's Tempest AI's ticker. Here's Service Now. It's coming into resistance. This is the all-time high anchored VWAP. So you got to recognize, see how it hit it before and then dropped. So you got to be careful here if you own it. So key support below at the IPO anchored VWAP at 68, which is a ways down, right? And then resistance at 132. There's a small gap here. If you own it right now, you want it to break that all-time high anchored VWAP. If you don't own it and you're looking for a signal, I'd wait for it to break this all-time high anchored VWAP. I don't know why my 50 and 200 are. Let's look. Yeah, and you're in a death cross right now. So you're in a selling period in this stock right there. So any buy would be only fundamental. So if you have anything specific about it, you can ask me in my free Discord. Just tag me. I can build you a chart, whatever. What is let's Tempest AI. Let's see if it'll give me the ticker. Oh, Tim. All right. Ooh, same thing. Now this is a pretty decent candle here. We'll see how the volume plays out. But look how much resistance is over top. Holy cow. You have the run VWAP, which is green, the all-time high VWAP, which is red, the white VWAP is the IPO. That is going to be a ton of resistance when those are all running together. So you got a ton of resistance, 61 through 63. If you're in this, I would get out before that. If you're looking to buy, I would wait for it to break those, right? So there you go. Actually, that's not even the all-time high anchored VWAP. Stand by. It was when I did it before. And let's put that in. Ah, look, it's there too. They're all running it together. There's going to be, if it were me, I would short it there. Tell you the truth. I'd take a short position right there. I'm going to throw it on my chart. I would short that level back down with a stop loss just above that pivot. I'll leave that in to see if that happens. CFIR. Well, you guys are full of tickers. I like it. That's why I'm here. All-time high anchored VWAP, rejected it. It's down lower. This is the anchored VWAP, the dollar average price since the start of the run. All right, so you can see it's compressed right between those two. If you like it and you want to get a discount, all right, and this is here's your technical setup on that. If you enter here, you put a stop loss right below that, so you can go almost like $1.25 stop loss. And see if you can run it back up. You will have resistance about $1.50 overhead. Oil is bullish right now, Tony. I think it's tough to swing oil because the news is back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But intraday, if you want to trade it, it's you're looking for longs. Target of gold by the end of 2026, 5,000. Some analysts have it higher than that, 6,000, but we're only 4 months away. I think 5,000 is reasonable. YSS. Yeah, get out of that. That's an IPO. That's what SpaceX is going to look like. Let's put an IPO anchored VWAP in there. Guys, when I do this for firms and funds, I do much more technical analysis. But when I'm with you guys and I do it fast, I just use a couple key indicators. You got a lot of resistance overhead at 27.5, and you're just buying. You'd have to look it up, see what the IPO price is. You got to stay out of this thing. Unless you like it fundamentally and you want to start to size in a little bit. It's an ugly looking chart. It's only been it IPO'd beginning this year. I don't know the space, but you have to dig into their white pages and their sit in. If you like it, sit in on their earnings report. You can listen to their calls. I've done that before. NAS is in torsion. DISMA, it's in torsion. So intraday, it could go either way. 30,000 is overhead resistance. So, and then DXY is the dollar. Right? Looks like, as the dollar keeps failing, gold will rise. That red box was the projected potential top of the dollar strength. Okay. And resistance, you can see we created that back here. It fell short just ahead of that. So I was predicting that 103 to 106 kind of be in the difficult range for it. It fell short. Yeah, markets are weird today, guys. Pony, another ticket. Another ticket. Pony AI. It's one I haven't looked at in a hot minute. It's getting beat up. I mean, the gold line down there and this green line is its all-time lows. There's no buy signal there. It's just it's dying. I'd wait to see what earnings report does. I mean, if you buy it, you're gonna have to buy it higher on a better signal, unless you know something nobody else does and it's fundamentally strong. So, all right, guys, I have to go. But listen, you can join and trade with me every single day, and you can learn. I can answer questions. Go to my free Discord link in the bio, but come trade with me for 7 days for free, and you'll see it's worth it, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good